Information and communication technology is a medium which is being used worldwide to strengthen and to develop economies. But unfortunately, Pakistan is not a part of that group. But there are some people who go off the road and try to empower women and people from the rural areas of Pakistan. Today, we have with us Mr. Ammar Jaffri, who is the Chief Executive of E-Pakistan and the former additional DG FIA. And he's also an expert in cybercrime prevention. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so kind.
And before the formal beginning of this show, I would like to introduce you to my co-anchor, this is Mr. Nasir Habib. He's an anchor person at FIRE. Sir, before we start, I would like to ask you, how did you come up with an idea to empower people in Pakistan through information and communication technology?
First, I will start with thanks to FIRE and the team to be here at my place. Before responding to your question, I'll start with what is ICT, Information and Communication Technology. It has been a myth in Pakistan for years. At times people think it is Islamic capital territory. So first we should start with what is ICT. You know, we had IT first, in which we transformed the systems into manual system into automated system. We called it IT. It was era somewhere between 75 to 95. Then we had a revolution of communication in which the cell phone started working. So that there was a convergence of IT with communication. So people called it ICT, Information and Communication Technology. Now, this is a sector also and this is an enabler also. When we say sector, it is for the computer scientist to do something. Maybe it is MSc Computer Science, cloud computing, databases, blah, blah, blah. All very complicated technical things. But when we use it as an enabler, it becomes very simple for a common man. For example, we had education, now it is e-education. We had health, now it is e-health. We had agriculture, now it's agriculture. So the transformation of technologies and converting into a facility which could benefit at grassroots, we call it ICTs for development. We had the development sector for centuries.
So sir, what according to you is the significance of ICT in the world?
What is e-education? You're the best teacher in the town. Now instead of having few students at the captive audience, now he is giving a talk, he is on the Skype, he is so many things he is teaching. So ICT has transformed the development sector in the world. It breaks the barriers. What is the barrier? Language is a barrier. Communication is a barrier. Access is a barrier. Attribution is a barrier. So ICT breaks the barriers.
Can we apply it same here in Pakistan?
Absolutely. Because for ICT, there is no language barrier. Let me give you an example. You Google something. Now you want to sit in Urdu. Just click the Urdu button and you sit in Urdu. So the traditional barrier of language is no more there. So I think, but this is very important to understand, that ICT works in an ecosystem. It does not work in isolation. How? First, we should mentally prepare the population to accept it. Let me give you an example. When the telephone came, when the television came, there was a lot of apprehension in our society. People didn't want to see television. There was a concept.
How literate you need to be to use this ICT? As you know, in Pakistan, especially in rural areas, majority is illiterate. Even they don't know how to use computers or laptops.
A very much important, very good question. There is no requirement of literacy to understand the ICT. Because ICT is for the people. It is for anybody who can see. Trust you me, the people who even cannot see, they are using ICT. There are it's called ICT for PWDs, person with disabilities. I have seen myself number of software in which you can train people typing who even cannot see, who even cannot hear. So if the people with disabilities can use it for some purposes, I know a few people who are sending and receiving emails they can't see. They are totally blind. You know what happens? One of my friends is using it. I send him my email. He put it in a software, it speaks by email. So he speaks it out. That's after touch to the email. He sends it up.
So how many projects, Mr. Jaffri, are you running in Pakistan, especially regarding this e-network, or what is e-Pakistan?
I started my humble efforts by a project called E-Village. This is back in 2007 when he was serving with the government of Pakistan. I took the power of computers, I took the power of ICTs at the village level. At that time there was no broadband in the rural areas. So I started offline. There was no communication. So I started teaching the kids, especially the girls also in the area. And when I was successful in one area, this is very important to share with you. When I went to my first village, there was a lot of resistance from the people, especially for the girls to understand ICTs, the computer education. That's how I went to the mosque. After Jummah prayer, I gave them understanding of things. That what is the value of knowledge for Islam? And I told them the old stories. That the knowledge actually came from Islam. I told them something from Quran, that what are the verses which are telling us to educate, get our soul. I told them now is the right time to understand these things. So I stopped the barrier like this. Then I asked the older people of the area to sit there and see what their kids are doing. Actually, their fear was right. They said this is something bad, and people will start seeing the bad thing. I said fine. It's like a knife. You can kill somebody, you can do operation through it also. So what I'm trying to say is I started with the project E-Village.
E-Village. So what difference between E-Village and E-Pakistan?
E-Village was the foundation of E-Pakistan. So I scaled up from 5 villages, 10 villages, 20 villages. When I reached the level of 200 villages in Pakistan with my partner organizations, then I thought about E-District. So from E-Village, I went to E-District, like E-Multan, E-Lahore, E-Peshawar, E-Karachi, and 2014, I announced the project E-Pakistan Vision 2025.
But what benefit a common person gets from E-Village, from your E-Village, like in rural areas?
The model is now we have named E-Village as an E-Skill Center. What is E-Skill Center? E-Skill Center is a digital hub in the area. We don't go into brick and mortar. We use the buildings. For example, we go to the school and tell, okay, after 2 p.m., you don't have to do anything in the school.
Oh, so
On Saturday, Sunday, you don't do anything. There are 4 months of vacation in these schools.
you utilize same building?
The same building. Next, we use the office of NGOs. We use the office of the home of the entrepreneur ladies especially. So this is the brick and mortar part. Now, we don't invest into hiring the people there. We make the E-Skill Center owner as our partner. Fine. It's called social entrepreneurship. Now, we give him some training programs, we give him some products, we give him some solutions for the area. Now, how do we engage the population of the area to take part in the E-Skill Center? We have started a project like Solar BB, Solar Chacha. What is Solar BB, Solar Chacha? Solar BB, Solar Chacha are 2 human beings. They can be husband, wife, they can be daughter and father, they can be brother and sister, or this is close relation, because there's social barrier also. Now, these 2 people, we trained them in solar technologies through solar companies. Now, solar companies provide their stuff, their lanterns, their systems at the E-Skill Center. Now, these 2 people, Solar BB, Solar Chacha, sell it, maintain it, train the people, and they get money out of it. The solar companies pay them the money.
So they represent actually common villagers or common people of even urban areas. So Solar BB and Solar Chacha.
Like this,
They get training from you first?
my organization. So these are not 2 characters only. There are 8 characters. Talim BB, Talim Chacha. Sehat BB, Sehat Chacha. Zaraat BB, Zaraat Chacha. We call them Kisan BB, Kisan Chacha.
Interesting characters.
Yes. Tourism BB, Tourism Chacha. You know this part, tourism BB, Tourism Chacha. There are a lot of tourist places in Pakistan, but these are not being projected in the media. Why? The government has decentralized tourism at the provincial level. So the traditional projection of Pakistan as a tourist country is not being involved. So we thought this project, Tourist BB, Tourist Chacha. Now in the northern part, these women and men, they're taking the pictures of the places. They are taking the interview of the people coming there and they are putting on Facebooks and social media.
Do they get any financial benefit? That's my actual question.
You know, what's the financial part? Let me give you an exact example. Talim Bibi, Talim Chacha. I told you about solar part.
Yeah.
Solar companies give them the commission and they earn about it. And my organization is the
You trained common people, Solar BB and Solar Chacha, and then they sell companies.
company products. And not only sell, there are some companies are offering pay as you go. Some companies are offering microfinance solutions. So they recover money from people. We call them door knockers. They go to 5 each month, okay, give the money, and they send the money back. So for all these services, they are getting money. It's called social entrepreneurship. The people are, you know, what was our traditional NGO model? Donor used to give them money. Everybody looking for the money to come, then they'll work. In our model, there is no money. I do not take money from anybody.
You have brought a new concept in the society. So, was it a difficult start to take?
Very difficult start. You know, Mahatma Gandhi wrote a book. He says, when you go to the community, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight with you, then you are the winner. Shahzad, trust me, this happened with me. I was a traditional retired government servant, and I served in positions where there is no interaction with the communities. So it was very difficult for me. In the first year of my intervention with the communities, there was a lot of difficult period for me. People used to think he is getting money from some donor organization, he is spending half of it to us, and half of his earning. So there were a lot of doubts. But then it took me very hard. Now, alhamdulillah, people have understood that this model is on social entrepreneurship.
So, you were a government officer yourself. So, do you get any support from the government in such projects?
Yes. Since I have my constituency, the government, my friends are still there. So, not the financial support, I'll say, but if I go to a deputy commissioner and request that I was the additional DGF, so he at least listens to me. This is very important. That is my job. Very important. At least I get the first attraction from the civil servant. First, and that is required. And if after that, if I will not deliver, naturally he is not going to cooperate.
My area of interest still is how a common person get benefited financially. So you gave an example that you train people, they sell companies products, and how do they get financial benefit in education and health?
Okay.
Or in which areas you focus more?
Okay. I will give you education and health later on. Let me tell you the example. On 6th of December, we are launching Kisan Bibi Kisan Chacha. On 6th of December, 100 women are coming from different parts of Pakistan. I'm not bringing them. I don't have money to bring them. My partners are bringing them. They are affording their expenses of transport and stay. We will train them in 2 days how they can educate the people around them to get benefit from the latest technologies. For example, what is the season of which crop? What they should do to do this? How they can best utilize their technologies for a better crop? How they can save their crops from the climate weather, blah, blah. Now, we are inviting companies who are selling their products for agriculture. This is very interesting part. A university focused on agriculture is our partner organization. They are housing that training. They are their academia, they are their people.
And the companies.
And the companies will come and train them on their products. And the community at the grassroots level, through their partner NGOs, they are bringing them to us. Right? So when they'll go back after 2 days, they will be trained to help their people. Now, what is the financial part? When they will train their communities, they will have standees and banners of these companies. Because these companies are commercial companies. Maybe it is pesticides company, maybe it is some sort of car companies, whatever they are. There are a lot of companies investing into agriculture area. So when the Kisan Bibi will be training the people in their own language, so there will be the standees and banners. Now, these companies are doing the marketing of this stuff.
How do your partners spot these people who will who will come forward to work with you?
We are the partner organizations with big NGOs in this country like Olive Foundation, Plan International, SPO, all these, NRSP, they are all partner organizations. Actually, we have signed agreements with them. What we do? We announce a program, like we have already announced Kisan Bibi, Kisan Chacha. We give it to them, then they circulate it to their communities, and then they ask who is interested.
So actually these NGOs, they help bringing people.
Exactly.
So but the people, common people, they don't invest anything or spend anything.
They
because
don't.
they get training free of cost and get opportunity to work for companies as well.
Even they don't spend money for transportation, stay and food. Everybody is taken care of. This is the beauty of it.
But if somebody is not associated with an NGO, then how do they get to know about it?
Normally, like NRSP, like World Foundation, they have already established this called VO, village organization, community organization. That they have a layered structure. So I think the entire country is covered. Since we are partner of everybody, like SAP, like World Foundation, like NRSP, so they have their clusters of interaction with the population. Even not this, few are focused only on women, few are focused only on agriculture. So we have a benefit. For example, if we are doing something for agriculture, we will approach the organization only doing the agriculture. So that's how we spot.
Yeah, but that's the. But how do you? As I asked earlier, what are your focusing areas in Pakistan, especially either Balochistan or South Punjab, interior Sindh? In which areas you focus more?
Alhamdulillah, right now when I'm talking to you, except Balochistan, I do not have my footprints. Yes, but immediately after the summer I go to Balochistan also. Right now we exist in all parts of Pakistan. We are in Chitral, we are in a northern area, we are in Gilgit Baltistan. How we have reached there? Through partner organization. For example, I think a month ago I was in Chitral. There were two NGOs, they invited me there. Actually, we have our product in terms of softwares, in terms of trainings, in terms of some solutions. Now, we approach to our partner, okay, this is something we need to train your people, and then they invite us, and then they spend money on our stay there, on our food there, on our trainings there.
So who do you train more, women or men or both?
Gender balance, very gender balanced. But in some of the area, my personal and my operational interest is in the women empowerment. Reason: 55% of the population, only very safe margin, 5% engaged. So how can we develop? I think every country would be interested to buy our local products, the handmade products. That industry is dying very fast. I think 2 months before I was in Neelam Valley, there was for centuries there was a industry of pattu through which they used to make jackets and all these things. Everybody has stopped. There's only one institute there, it's in Kale. I asked the people there, why people have stopped making these things? 50, 40 years ago, there was a big market. In every home there was a pattu and they were making stuff out of it. But it has already died there. It's a big market, international market of the jewelry, of the everything we make through our hand. Because in the West, it's a big. We have brought a project, it's called e-shop. What is e-shop? The e-skill center of the area. People come there with their stuff. They take its photograph, upload it on e-shop. Now, the moment it's uploaded on e-shop, it's available to the entire world. Now, there is a complete ecosystem. I will again repeat, complete ecosystem. I understand that a lot of online shopping is being made in Pakistan. But my organization, E-Pakistan, is providing a door-to-door solution. The courier service will pick the stuff from the doorstep of the ladies who is making it. You know, I'm working with the organization.
So if anyone in for example, in Balochistan or interior, I'm talking about more rural areas where they are, they need more financial support. So if they make anything, handicraft or anything, how can they sell their product with better price?
No, but an e-skill center. Our e-skill center will be there. The lady won't have to come to Islamabad or Bidar to sell it. You know, let me tell you, something which is being sold in 200 rupees.
Can't she do it herself, or she needs to contact your skill?
She will come to the e-skill center.
E-skill center.
E-skill center. But e-skill center, I told you.
These centers are on district basis or in villages as well?
has to travel.
She will contact your e-skill center.
Rather, okay, you are making these things, you want it to be sold in the international market, fine, okay, come to us. So they will take their pictures.
Of that product, whatever she made.
And the system is, again I repeat, the ecosystem is there. Right. If you go to the e-shop, what is the e-shop? Selling the home-based products in the villages in the international market. We are not focused on the traditional selling of things.
How does then she get money if
The courier picks the stuff from her, send it to the person who has ordered it. That may be in Pakistan, that may be outside. Now, there's two ways of doing it. There's a payment on delivery, and one is through PayPal system. In Pakistan, the arrangement is pay on delivery, and all couriers are now offering it. They pick the stuff, they go to the person who has ordered it. The stuff will be given to him when the money is paid. So the courier will deposit in its own account, and on a monthly basis it will transfer to our account, and we will give it to the lady who has done it.
yeah, because she does not know. For example, a lady from Loralai, a backward area of Balochistan, she does not know all these PayPal or whatever. So she will collect money from your e-skill center.
From e-skill center.
That's interesting.
They will go and give her the money. This is your money. This is your money. You know, we have formed a escrow.
That money is usually how many times more than she sells in the rural areas?
Normally, there's a price she set. And we, in the initial stage, we are asking her to get a very reasonable price because we have to add value. Courier service, we have brought insurance into it. For example, if the stuff is lost somewhere, if there's some problem, then the courier service pay her the money through insurance service. The beauty part is that when this stuff is supplied across borders in other countries, we have a PayPal system. The person, the moment he clicks the order, there is a PayPal account which holds the amount from his or her credit card. Now, this amount will release to us only when the stuff reaches there.
Yeah, but that's complicated part is handled by you, not with the rural lady or that
They
side.
can't do it. They can't do
Yeah,
it.
so you train people, you make them empower, whether women or men. Where do you get funding from? Your organization.
To me, it's a zero funding. This is very interesting. That's what I'm telling you. You know, let me give you an example. One of my partners, Sagoda, they have made a product, it's called e-brand, branding SMS. They have made it a simple software house. Now, we are marketing it through Pakistan. On every card we sell through the e-skill center, e-skill center get the money, my organization gets some small amount of money, and the owner of the product gets the money. That's not game. This is something we have to tell it to people. This is the you know, the moment you start getting money from donor, you are stuck up in a lane. You cannot go right, left. You have to walk on this lane. The moment you come on a social entrepreneurship, no, shall I say everybody is supporting other party. The product of the owner is supporting the e-skill center. E-skill center through Solo Bibi Solo Chacha, Talim Bibi Talim Chacha, all these things. The e-skill center is helping their own people around them. They are empowered. Again, I repeat, learn, earn, and then serve. You know how e-skill center is serving the people now. In the morning, e-skill center gets information about jobs. We do not want and we do not understand that the village people can read 12 papers in the morning. So they pay something outside the e-skill center that these are job available. This is in the international market, in the national market, cooks required, drivers required, security guard required, and apply it there. Rather, you know, right now there's no application system manually. Everybody is coming Rosie.com and all these online systems. So my worry was that how my village people will apply.
Mr. Ammar, I would also want to ask you that since you're engaging parts of country, like all the marginalized groups, then why don't you target the transgenders? Like why only the women or men, as you said, just two gender balance? Why not transgenders? They're a potential part of our country.
Right, initially we started as a gender balance. And you are right, we should take it to account, but right now we have not done it. But definitely thank you for drawing my attention to it, and maybe I'll think about it.
And what are your upcoming projects? Are there something that is still not there in E-Pakistan that you're coming up with?
The next project is E-Pakistani. What is E-Pakistani?
Sorry for interruption. If you could reply one question before we discuss these upcoming projects. How many people roughly have you trained so far? Women and men, and in rural areas especially? In thousands, in hundreds?
In thousands. Right now, we exist in 30 districts of Pakistan. 30 districts of Pakistan, right now. In every district, we have got number of e-skill centers now. Previously,
Your organization is there actually. What does your organization call?
it's called CIT.
CIT.
Center for Information Technology. It's a family business. We started 25 years ago. It's still in the technologies. Now through that organization, we are having these e-village and e-Pakistan, all the organizations. Right. In response to your question, I told you I work with partner organizations. So through our partner organization, I can safely say that we have at least trained 20,000 people up till now.
So what is criteria to be your partner? What is criteria for any organization or NGO or any to be your partner? You mentioned
Just
there.
call us, just send us an email. We are looking for more partners. Nazar, it's a wonderful country. Trust you. Before I respond to your question, let me tell you. As a country, we didn't deliver well in MDGs. What is MDG? Millennium Development Goals. But now SDG is there. From 1st January 2016, Sustainable Development Goals are there. These are 17 goals with 169 targets. After, in the year 2030, the world will be divided into two parts. One is those who conformed SDGs and those who did not conform SDGs. Since we did not deliver well in MDGs, I don't want to quote figures, they are very scary figures, but what was about it? Trust to me, why we have said E-Pakistan Vision 2025. My mission is that up to 2025, I should prepare my nation to respond to SDGs as per the international dashboard they are asking. And I am working on the dashboard. My organization exists in that dashboard, right? Then if we fail in something up to 2025, we will be having a 5 years. Then we will go to government, other organization 2025, okay, with all our own resources, all our potentials, we could not achieve what is the target for SDGs. We have reached it, but now we have got 5 years, please help us so that we can achieve.
So CIT is, you mentioned, in 30 or 36 districts?
30 districts.
30 districts.
But in the next 6 years, inshallah, will be 50 districts. The 20 districts we are negotiating. Actually, there was a question also from your side, how do you identify partners? We approach people ourselves, but people approach ourselves. There is only one criteria of take any center or any district as a partner organization. They should be willing to serve without asking for any money. This is very important.
Yeah.
The moment somebody asks me how much I earn money, I said, are you ready to earn money? If the answer is yes, I go with the person. If somebody asks me, give me the money, I said, thank you much.
So it has trained 20,000 plus people so far. So you were talking about your upcoming projects. One is Kisan BB and Kisan.
No.
So upcoming projects.
Kisan BB already done. On 6th of December in Arad University, Rawalpindi, we are launching Kisan BB now. Solar BB is already there, right? Then immediately after that, we are coming into Talim BB, Talim Chacha. Sehat BB, Sehat Chacha. Very important project. How does the Sehat BB, Sehat Chacha will address? Sehat BB identify the women and men who are already trained in some paramedics. Because this is the good part of the story, that our NGOs, partner organizations like IGOs, they have trained thousands of women and men in their grassroots. But now they are not doing anything. So through our e-skill centers, we are carrying out a survey, we are identifying these people. Now, once they are identified, we will give them trainings to impart e-health solutions. E-health solutions, this is very important. Now, our partner organizations have already made their e-health solutions. Very recently, in Islamabad, I have signed an agreement with a person who has made a complete ecosystem of e-health. Now, his desire is to outreach, and he cannot go. We are already there. So, we have already made the digital roads with the rural areas, and now we are taking the part.
Going back to upcoming projects. So one on 6th in Rawalpindi, and the next one is?
We actually, let me tell you, we are organizing our provincial events. Like on 26th, this is in Karachi. On 3rd, this is in Lahore. On 1st, it is in Peshawar. On 7th, it is in Islamabad. In every event, we are announcing one project so that people know about it. Right. In my upcoming projects, very important project is E-Pakistani. Shazia, what is E-Pakistani? E-Pakistani is linking the diaspora of Pakistan with Pakistan. You know, there are plus 8 million people, 8 million Pakistanis who have gone from these villages. So these e-skill centers through on internet are approaching, actually we have made a website, it's called e-pakistan.org. There's no fee for registration. We are requesting all Pakistanis through your program, who are seeing this program, that please go to e-pakistani, not Pakistan, pakistan.org. Just log in and register yourself. Again, I'll say there's zero fee for registration. The moment they register themselves, they're asked from where you have come from Pakistan. Now, they tell the village, the UC, the Tehsil. The moment you receive the information, we supply it to their e-skill center.
What is PISA?
PISA is Pakistan Information Security Association. That's how I'm having 2 caps. One is for the cyber security and one is for the ICT for development. Only 2 things. ICT development, I am doing it through CIT, and cyber security, I am doing it through Pakistan Information Security Association. To my understanding, they are interlinked. If we will promote the use of internet in Pakistan, there will be need for security of internet. In all those countries where internet has not been secure, the use of internet has been very limited. So this is thought after thinking that we should promote the use of internet at development sector. At the same time, we should invest our energy in making the internet secure.
We will have another program or debate on this because you are an expert on these subjects in Pakistan. So you are talking about climate change. What are you doing in this specifically? There
are 3 stages. In the first stage, we are building the understanding of community through again our e-skill centers. What is the climate change? How best you can get benefit of climate change? Shazia, the interesting part is that a lot of developing countries are getting the benefit of climate change. What is climate change? Where there is a snow, it will not be snow there in future. Where there is a heavy rains, there will not be heavy rains there. So it's a one-to-all, a shift in the climate. And there is a very serious research into it. Outside Pakistan, I am in contact personally with a number of research centers which are working on the climate change. They are giving us videos, they are giving information. Right now, I am translating them into local languages so that my people can understand it. So, we will train our grassroots level communities about the effect of climate change on their houses, on their kids, on their health, on their...
So that they are prepared or they can't stop it?
I know. Sure. Next part will tell them how you can benefit from it. This is very interesting part.
So can one get benefit if there is no rain in some area where they need rain?
No. Interesting part of the discussion is that in some countries people are planning to get benefit from climate change. How? You know, there is a organic cycle of crops. Now these cycles will be disturbed. Now they are preparing for new crops. Right now we have a cycle that in this month we will sow the crop, in this month we will reap. No, these will change. At times we can shorten this period of a crop production. At times we can have new crops. For example, in some area where there is no potato, right now we can have potatoes. In some area where we have rice, we will have rice there. So we are building the capacity of grassroots, number one, for understanding climate change, so that, you know, this is again for the women empowerment. The first recipient of a disaster is a woman. How? In our villages, normally men are working in the big cities, right? The women, if you see the picture of these floods, you always find the women going out of the village with their kids. Why? Because the man responds only late. So we'll prepare the woman that we will tell you 3 days before the storm. You know, this is very disturbing part for me. Again, no harm to any organization. Organizations announcing the rain and flood, they're always late. We always see at the media the flood is there. Trust you me, Nasab, in number of developing countries, our neighboring countries, they tell 3 years before. that you will have this level of raise in this part of your area. So we'll train the people on these things. And this interesting part is, this is a freely available information. You will not invest anything into it. There are a number of international organizations who are trying to help us.
So before we end this debate and ask you about your retirement, because people after retirement, they prefer playing golf or spending time with the spouses and family members, but you are doing this. So she will be closing this debate. Before that, CPEC, game changer for Pakistan, Pakistan's economy. Is your organization doing anything in CPEC? Detail, we will have another...
This is a great challenge to me now. To my understanding, after CPEC will be different Pakistan. Either we'll take the benefit of CPEC or we'll get the punch of CPEC. So I will try to prepare my nation to get the benefit of CPEC. How? On entire route of CPEC, I started from Gilgit. We are training the people to receive the benefits of CPEC.
How?
Again, on the entire route, we are building the e-skill centers. Now, we will offer Chinese companies and our own organization to give us their problems, which will solve them through these e-skill centers. The benefit will be that these people on the entire route of this CPEC will become the custodian of the CPEC. Now they will protect it.
When they have their own financial interest.
How do the human being works? Human being works for themselves.
For their interest, definitely. It's natural.
Me, you, anybody.
Investor in it.
We have to engage the people living on the CPEC. My worry is that when the Chinese companies will need some data entry operators, would they go from Karachi, Islamabad and Lahore?
No.
If they will go there, there will again digital divide. There will be resistance at the local level.
So your e-skills in those areas will provide that.
We'll train their local people. We have named it E-CPEC.
E-CPEC. You add just E with everything. So you will be. So you are working on this CPEC. So the basic thing is you will be providing services to all companies, whether they are from China or wherever.
Rather, we are preparing a portal for Chinese companies to translate the requirements of the local level so that they can read in Chinese. How Chinese companies will understand our local requirements?
So, before closing this discussion, I would really want to know, why did you choose this over retirement? Why not relaxation?
Okay, fine. If I see my career in the government, Alhamdulillah, I was part of establishing NADRA in Pakistan. That was at that time it was called National Decision Authority. I was the first grade 17 officer posted there.
Okay.
I was part of number of mega IT projects in Pakistan. My last were the system at the airport, the machine readable passport. I was part of it also. I was part of the cyber initiative in Pakistan. I was the pioneer head of NR3 in Pakistan. So the entire process of 40 years in Pakistan gave me two things. One is the confidence to engage myself with technologies, and second is the very transparent understanding of the problem of my people. So I had two options. One is to spend my retired life with my kids abroad, Seattle and Calgary, or to stay back here and to serve my own people. Trust you, Bishazeh, I'm not doing it for money. I'm doing it for a passion. Yes, I want to earn money to sustain, but not to make big money. And I'm very positive that till 2025, which is my mission, E-Pakistan, I will bring my country to a stage where anybody can take it to next levels.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Thank
And
you
best
so
of
much
luck.
for coming here, especially to my home and spending time with me.
No.
I'm really excited. And I will in the end say all the topics which have triggered from the interview will have exclusivity.
Definitely. We would love to interview you again, and best of luck with all the initiatives that you take. Thank you so much for your time. Why wait for international funding when social entrepreneurship can end all the problems of Pakistan? And right now, we just gave you an example of people who can actually bring in change in Pakistan. So let's help them, let's support, and we do not need to stay back from the entire world. We can compete and we can do it on our own. Thank you so much.